Okay, folks. Example number one. This one's sort of just you know, it's giving us more information. It's more of a note-taking example, but we've got three numbers here: 3/8, 11/6, and square root 19. All right. And I've got my old trusty calculator out here, and they want the decimal form. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do A first, and I'm going to change it to a decimal for its decimal form. Okay. Now, to change a fraction to a decimal, you'll remember I divide 3 by 8. So with my calculator, I'm just going to do 3 divided by 8, enter, and I'm going to get 0, here we go, 0.375. Okay? Now, the decimal type it asks me for, I can have a repeating decimal, a terminating decimal, or a non-repeating decimal. So for this one, this is a terminating decimal because it ends after the 5, right? Even on my calculator, it just stops, you know. Now for the type, it's rational or irrational, and I'm going to bring you back to the introduction. Remember, if it repeats or it terminates, it's rational. Okay, you'll remember that. All right. Here, let me make this a little bit bigger. I think that may help us. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the first example here. So this thing, since it terminates, it is rational. Okay. Now the second one is 11/6. Now I could just say, hey, you know what? I know it's rational. It's written as a fraction, and rational numbers can be written as fractions. Irrational numbers can't. So I know that both of those are rational. But let's just go through it. So 11 divided by 6 on my trusty calculator, I'm going to get 1.8333333. Oh, that's just 3 repeating. Okay. What type of decimal is this? This is a repeating decimal. And I'll abbreviate there. And since it repeats, we'll remember from example 1, if it repeats down here, right? Okay. Well, then it's rational. If it repeats, it's rational. All right, there we go. Let's go back over here and write rational. Now let's look at this last one here. Square root 19. Okay, so I'm going to type in second, and I got my square root button. I'm going to type in 19 and hit enter. And it gives me 4.358898944. Maybe it's repeating because those last two 4s are the same. Maybe. But it's not. Okay, there's no way that I can predict what that next number is going to be. Also, you'll remember from the introduction I told you, if I take the square root of a whole number like 19 and it doesn't come out to a whole number, then it's irrational. Okay, and there is no fraction that will represent that amount. So this is a non-repeating decimal. Okay, all right, I think we got that down. Good job, folks, and I will see you at example number 2.